I know, but
You can't hear me.
they can't now. Thank you, Matthias. But yes, you guys are basically getting ready to go. You're just waking up. We're getting hop right into it. And is there anything you guys need to do? Any questions you have before we go, or are you all ready?
Your mom.
I'm all good to go.
Okay. So you guys basically, you walk into the main area. You find Haas. Haas basically greets you guys like, "Oh yes, ready for the expedition." You can tell how he's looking at you. He's like, "Expedition? This is what this is. Yes, nothing else." Trying to be as quiet as possible because there are invisible cameras throughout the building. It seems. If you guys go
Stop
along,
crying on me, bitch.
basically, you guys walk down to the main teleportation chamber. You see in here you have Erator, I think it was, the cat, the feline friend of Haas, one of the first people that was working on the dig site
I'm
with him.
pretty sure that was Erator.
Yeah, Erator. I don't know how to pronounce it. I have the character sheet still. I forget how I pronounce my own names.
I feel that so
you have
bad.
Chasoth there with 2 personal guards. They're in some darker robes with like actual armor padding on them.
Soth is the tiefling.
The
right?
tiefling that is now working closer with Haas and them from the one like group outside of the planet. They actually aren't on a planet, so they have different space laws that are kind of weird and funky, but that's what they do.
I am the law.
And you have a dragon like sitting in the corner behind Fenatorath in her human form. And basically the whole gang's here. Everyone's here.
The whole gang's together.
Yeah. And basically Haas sits up. He's like, "All right, everybody. We're all going to teleport over to this other location. We're going to explore it, try to repair it, get it back online. And in the meantime, Jasoth and her guards are going to wreak havoc on this building. We are going to try to keep the physical structure intact as much as possible, but anything magical relating to the system, the core, any sort of power source, anything else is going to be removed, destroyed, and eradicated. That way, the Hone civilization will not be able to reform it, essentially. That's the plan.
I don't know, but my excitement is visual.
So we're never coming back here, are we?
That's the plan. We've gotten enough data scans and different information from this that even if we need it, we could probably make a 3D model of it and explore it in a virtual reality-like scenario. But as far as we know, this was a hub for travel and wasn't too important. It was just very big because it needed a lot of people to move through it easily.
Okay, just like, so, I mean, like, if Hone's watching us, are we never coming back to Hone?
That's up to you. I can entirely understand if you don't want to, but we might have some projects that run here. I'm still worried for what is going on, why they're scouting people like us, what their interest in this sort of technology is. It makes me concerned. And for you, Tim, especially, the interest, or for your character, the interest in technology, you're like, yeah, I probably don't want them having that.
Don't want them having any of that.
Doesn't sound good.
No.
You guys basically all like not lumber, but like walk on up to the stand, kind of hop into position, and
Beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah, you see Chasoth is actually like, "Have a good trip," and does the dial.
Wait, we're
Don't die, Chasoth.
Yeah,
Wait, I gotta hang on.
Tim, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
Be careful. What are you doing? You're getting ready? Is that what this is?
Yes.
Ready?
I look at Shoth, just don't die.
That's good. So basically, yeah, you guys get onto this pad. What are you doing? Jasoth throws on like the spin dial circles, sets it off, and you guys have that blue flash of energy to this darkness to like seeing colors but not being present but still seeing colors. Really trippy in the head. And then you get that sensation of coming back down, forming a more physical form. You get the sensation of coming.
Oh, you said coming.
No. And so you guys land in, and you see one very frightened half-orc in front of you.
Boo!
Tim, can you just like the first time Tex jumps out of their like character, boo! Just as a random person.
Tex did this?
Yes.
Tex did this?
Yeah.
Tex finds an axe to their neck.
Just so
Not
can
like
you
it's swinging,
describe
but like it's there.
can you describe the character they see for us, Tim?
Yes, I can. Let me just pull up the image. I can actually share that.
Joe's like,
I'll
oh,
share
my
the
moment.
Ah, wait a minute. Okay, wait,
Not
I'll
an
just pull up the photo.
opportunity wasted.
Wait,
I
Here, I'll
don't know
describe
what
it
came
as
over
well.
me.
so wait, she knows.
I didn't know we were doing this quick. I'm not ready for this.
Yeah,
You
that's
asked me
what
if
it
I
was.
was ready, but I was not ready for this.
Yeah, that
Well,
was.
then
I
you're
told you it
in
was the first
character
thing.
then.
Will I start recognizing?
Okay.
No, you will not recognize this.
I'm just gonna throw it in general.
Okay.
Sure thing.
What's
Just in
happening?
general.
Woman?
I'm gonna describe it as well.
Woman?
Woman?
Question mark?
I like
Woman?
women.
Woman!
So before you see a half
Oh.
orc with an axe drawn to Tex's neck, an eye with a large scar over top of it, and a missing eye, coated in a metal armor with a long red scarf across her neck.
Casa.
What are you doing here?
Haas.
What are you doing? What are you
yes.
doing here?
I asked first.
Well, maybe we should answer each other's questions. What are you doing here? And we'll tell you what we're doing here.
Haas face palms.
Tell me first, or the robot gets the axe.
Haas
Tex,
steps
what's
aside, puts a hand on your axe, like, we are
Tex,
running
what's
from the
Tracy?
Hone government. Just like concerned looking at you.
Can I roll? Can I roll for insight?
Insight? Sure thing. Go ahead.
I mean, he's not lying.
He's not, but see what you learn from it.
Here we go.
Are you a
I
barbarian?
rolled a 18.
He rolled a 21 against you.
Ah!
So basically, you get the sense that he's not lying. Like, he's definitely telling the truth. Like, you're trying to get away from the Hone government. You're not entirely sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, though, in this scenario. You don't know, like, why. You do know
Sorry,
the
you said-
reputation of Hone being, like, a very big money,
Yeah.
treat people bad, get what you want sort of place.
Sorry, he said he's trying to get away?
Get away from Hone, yes.
Oh, okay. Then you'll likely find friends here.
He's like, well,
And we
that's good to
just-
hear.
That's good.
He
You don't
basically
need any more backstabbers.
Haas kind of goes up and is like, now, you're here probably because of random fruit and birds and other creatures showing up.
Somewhat, yes. How much do you know?
Hi.
All of it because that was us.
That was us.
We were oh gosh, long story, but we found a way to teleport across planets, and we tested with animals and fruits. First fruits though, animals second.
How many of them were smoothied?
Not many this time.
A
I've gotten pretty good at it.
Nice.
Can I?
There was
I
a
don't know
pile
how-
of them.
Ilana's
I don't know
just
how to
visually
believe in this
excited.
statement.
Yeah, you guys see Keelana kind of just like bouncing.
Like I'm
Oh, Kilana, you're home.
What's wrong with this one?
Oh, she's home.
Home.
this is my home. This is where I lived.
Home planet.
From what part?
Do you know the name? Tim, do you know your area name?
No, I was hoping Kilana would.
Hang on.
Yeah, if you
It's
have
been a
it.
while,
I
okay?
don't think I have it.
Let's see. If not, make something
No,
up
wait,
real fast.
wait.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
Bladorga.
Fedorga.
No.
Old Dorga.
You can't just say consonants and hope it's a word.
Yeah.
It was a
How
small
do you think
village.
I make half
apparently.
of D&D
What do you
games?
want to name?
Stromas.
Stromus? So Keelana
From
looks at
Bully.
you and goes, Stromus.
And immediately you see the recognition and the more so questioning. Maybe you should come with me.
Who are you and where are
I've-
you from?
Stromus.
Okay.
And Stromus.
And I'm like, oh my god!
I freak out.
Like, Kilana, it's okay.
Oh my god. Wait, I need more.
No.
Oh god, I
Back
need to
to
read
freak up.
more of
I
this
haven't
real
been
quick.
here since I was 5.
It's been a long
true.
while.
How old are you, Kilana?
Are you familiar with what
Let's pull
happened to
this
Stromas
About,
about over 10 years ago?
yeah, like 15 years ago.
15 years
I was
ago.
very young at that time, but yes,
I was
unfortunately, I do.
I was just starting my business then.
I was one of the
Damn, bitch, you
children
old.
that were taken away.
Sorry, what was that?
I was one of the children that were taken away.
Oh. Well, you definitely must come with me then. And then if I pull it up fast enough as I'm doing this.
Haas basically claps his hands together. He's like, yes, you guys explore. I'll fix it. You can see him like already pouring out paperwork. So you see this. So for your character, Tim, you see like there's like 12 people. You are very outnumbered. But
Yes.
no one seems aggressive. Everyone seems like preoccupied. Oddly enough, they seem like they were prepared to just start studying for just coming in, and they like clear off an old table, put down books, scrolls. There's a 7-foot tall woman, like very pale, like looking over the notes. You also see like what you assume is a baby dragon. You've seen dragons before in this part of the solar system, and there's just like a small one walking around.
Wait, Thisbe's with me, right?
No,
There's
just
just
still on
like
your ship, which is going to be brought by
there's just
Tristan.
confusion everywhere.
Yeah,
It's just pure like
I look at Haas. Don't blow anything up, please.
he's like, I haven't blown anything up for a good 3 months.
can I just
That's
like
a new track record.
I'm just gonna like lean down, pick up one of the fruits, and just start
Eating it, and
and
walking
just,
away.
Like confusion, walking around. I'm pacing
It's
at this
like-
point.
You see the Haas, who is like a squid person, but so is Zio. You know what Zio looks like. They're both like squid
Yeah.
people.
Mhm.
He just starts going to town, pulling out books, writing things down. Like you see him cast a spell and start looking at the walls. Just like he looks insane.
I'm just like stepping back. I'm like, all right, you and how many of you come with me?
The whole squad moves. So who's
Whole
staying
squad.
behind? Ace,
Is the place what the hell?
Isa?
Oh,
Varactorum,
Mhm.
Frenatorath, and Haas are staying behind. They are going to be bodyguards, and they're going to work on just like getting this place up and running and the muscle to start the operation.
Does that mean Dragon's coming with us? Because you didn't say Dragon was staying behind.
Oh, does Dragon want to come with you guys? Dragon would want to come with you guys.
Okay.
Are you
It's
okay
like,
with
you wanna
Dragon
explore
Adventure?
Dragon wants to go with us.
What?
Of course, Dragon wants to go with
Yeah.
us. What do you mean?
He gets to explore the new world. That's so cool.
I'll
He's
let-
new.
I'm
yeah.
more so interested in the dragon coming with me.
Okay, that's fair. So Dragon basically like just like starts following you without question. Like just like I'm here. He just follows
Like,
with you guys.
Hi,
He's like hello
Can I offer another one of the fruits?
to the dragon.
The dragon.
He
Yes.
just goes hop. Just
Dragon. Yeah,
basically
he's
eats it.
friendly.
And then suddenly you see the expression just completely change to just like the big
Gunky.
grin. It's like I like this
Oh,
one.
Puppy.
Poppy. I like this one.
Okay. Yeah,
And,
so you guys begin the track down.
Perfect.
Walking out of this, so this, you've been to a lot of these different structures. This is very similar to the one on Doll's home planet, where it's sort of like a tower built in, but this one is built into like the side of a mountain, pushed into the mountain. There are 2 of those waypoint crystals you've seen in the past. These ones are in decent conditions. You actually see there's like a little bit of singeing to the plants around it.
I didn't mean to open that.
There's some singeing to the plants around it, and the light's kind of glowing through it, but you know it's gonna have to be cleared at some point. You guys see the path. So this place is covered in like trees. It's kind of like, if you had to imagine it, do you guys know Skyrim?
Yeah.
The main plains of Skyrim, right out of Whiterun. It's sort
Oh,
of that
yeah.
vibe. These
Okay.
large trees, these open fields and plains, different sort of wild creatures roaming about. Not all aggressive. Some of them are just like big cows. Other ones are just like little chipmunks and things like that.
It is Skyrim.
It's
Big
it's
cows.
very natural and sort of well balanced. It seems.
Oh God, it's Canada.
Canada's just
Nothing worse.
Skyrim.
And you guys begin on the trek down to Strauss. I think is what you guys named it. Stromus. Like hummus.
Fully.
Stromus.
Dress.
I'm calling it.
And yeah, so is there
Among
anything you
Us?
guys want to say to each other on the road there? It's gonna be about like probably a 2-hour walk.
You know, girl talk.
Jamogus.
Girl talk.
Most of you are.
We taught like.
I don't know if
What's-
Tim said no to what I said or not.
Tim, what's your
What'd you say?
character's name?
I said Stromogus.
No.
Well, you gotta ask.
I'm gonna kill.
Don't hurt me, please.
What did you-
gotta-
Kill her.
did you- Miss, may you tell me your name again? Or did you
Your mom.
Neareth.
Your mom.
say that one more time?
Surprise. Neareth.
Mirith? And I would assume that Kulana and Mirith start talking about family stuff and girls.
So what do you talk about specifically? Because there's some information you can glean.
Where
Ask.
do I start?
So I was like,
Which family are you from? Which one?
My parents are no longer with us. I mostly live with my uncle as his errand and protector. His name is Gerald.
What a stupid name.
Wait, Gerald?
Yes, I mispronounced it. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, you're good. Sorry, I was like, wait. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't mean to, I looked over.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
you're good.
how do I
You're good.
pronounce
Don't-
this one?
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
I'm like, your uncle.
Yes. He leads the village. You know this?
Gerald Arga.
Xyle's in. Does someone?
You
need to
do
shut
know
the
him
thing?
then.
He's my godfather.
Siblings.
And you see the smile just light up
No,
again
'cause a
and just
godfather
grabs
isn't-
Kulana.
Oh.
Big hug.
But a godfather isn't
Big
related.
hug.
Shut up, Leah.
Shut up, Leah. Don't ruin the
They're
moment.
siblings in spirit.
Yeah.
And you just see like the happiness of like, you must come now.
I'm like, okay.
And then
Zach,
like the
not
pace
shake.
quickens up.
Yeah, you guys
I'm
from a
he's-
2-hour walk it goes down to a 1-hour walk.
I'm like,
Yeah.
he's alive. You're telling me Gerald's alive.
Yes.
And I start crying. I'm like, I start like tearing up and
Oh,
crying.
no.
Just
And
like
immediately you see Neareth pull out a giant horn, pop off the top, and then drink.
I thought you were gonna make a call or something.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, wait. Neareth proceeds to down the alcohol,
Oh my god.
rake off the end of it,
That's
and
your
proceeds to do a
uncle.
large horn sound.
That's your he's your uncle. Wait, I wouldn't have known you as like a kid?
I don't think so because you both were so young at the time. You remember your uncle because you worked
Yeah.
with him often, and you or your godfather because he was good friends with your father,
Mhm.
and you guys did a lot of stuff together. But I think Tim's character would have been way too young for you guys to have interacted much.
How
and-
old? Wait,
Yeah.
how old are you, Mira?
I can pull it up. I believe the answer is 25.
Who's that, the
though.
Oh, you're
Wee-woo.
older than me.
Me.
You're
The
older
wee woo is
than
always
me.
going off.
The wee woo.
Yep, 25.
Yeah.
No, I'm 21. What?
But yeah, I guess you would
I
have
am
been
the
too young.
slightly
I would've been
older.
too young.
Yeah, it was
I'm
also a
older.
larger village at the time too. It wasn't like you guys lived in the middle of nowhere. You lived in a village that was spread out wide, but also
Acres.
yeah, like there was farms and things spread out super far apart from each other, so everyone could farm. So you didn't really like mingle terribly much, but you are from the same village.
Tex is the oldest
Yep.
among us, right?
Among Us?
Damn it.
Killed all of you. How old is everyone?
How old's Tex?
Well, how old is everyone?
I'm 21.
How old everyone
25.
else is will determine how old Tex is.
Exactly.
Zio, how old's Zio?
She's 47.
Oh,
Well, her race lives to be like 200, 300.
Yeah.
So that's still
Okay.
like young for her.
and then
Yeah.
Copelia, you're like, how old is Copelia?
Like actual
Yeah.
Copelia or like she would be like 25, 26.
Okay, right. This Copelia is like 4.
Am I
Yeah.
the youngest?
Yeah, unless Tex is like 12.
No, Tex is the oldest.
Okay.
Thought that Tex was the oldest. Second oldest.
Yeah, he's,
Your grandmother.
Boomers.
He's an old boy.
Boomers.
he's an old boy.
Back in my day.
So yeah,
Back in Ox 7.
is there any sort of other
1907.
conversations? Is there any other sort of conversations that you guys have on the way there?
I think Neareth would be just way too distracted at this point.
Yeah, no, I think
Neareth's
we're
just like
kind of
leading everyone, just like
I
trying to
think we're all
get them,
just trying
basically.
to-
Any questions from anyone? Because it has been a while since we last played. Is there any questions as far as the game goes?
Why are you gay?
Trick question? I'm not.
It's
Why-
been a while
why
since
are
you'd
you
asked
running?
that.
Why are you running?
Gay.
Why are you running?
Who says I am gay? You are gay.
Okay. So yeah. Continue, Tim.
You pointed at me.
Well, I pointed at all of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Pointed at your mom.
I would like one of you to roll me a D100.
No.
No.
Kaelin's got
All
it.
my dice are here, so it's
Kaelin's gonna roll.
gonna
Don't
be
worry.
someone else.
A D100. A D100. D100.
Wait, did we change our
D100.
level?
D100. Not yet.
We're still 14.
You will be this episode. You'll probably do it.
31.
31. Okay. So it's nothing bad happens, but you guys get a glimpse into this planet. This planet actually, I should say. Basically what ends up happening is you know this area very well, Tim. Your character has like scavenged these lands. You're a hunter, you're a hunter-gatherer tribe. You've gone hunting. But you hear a call. You hear a very, very loud, like distant, just a in the distance, and you know everyone sit down. Hide in the bushes, get away. And as you all pull off to the side of the road, kind of jump under some trees, you see this massive bird, like 30 to 40 feet long, fly across the sky with like holding a cow. Just
I've
flying
seen this
through.
somewhere before.
And it's like screaming the entire time, flying towards what seems to be like a distant mountain range.
Is it a rock?
Roll for intelligence.
It's a boulder.
The boulder. It's not just a rock. It's a boulder.
The older
where's
brother.
The older brother.
I found one. I can't find my dice bag, but I found a spare D20 on my desk. I rolled a nat 20.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely a young rock though. It's not fully grown. It's a little bit of a baby. It also
rock,
just looks a
fun.
little bit different than a normal like textbook rock. It seems to be like a little bit altered to its surroundings, but that's standard
I
nature
just
stuff.
looked over at like Niran or what's your name, character?
Neareth.
Nearest. I'm like, oh, you have rocks here. That's fun.
Wrong.
There's
Just
plenty of
look
rocks.
over with like a concerned face. It's not fun.
It's sarcasm, honey.
Your joke is bad. We continue.
Oh,
Take a step
okay.
off.
I don't think this is gonna go well between us.
Exactly.
Sayo's a very
Back to Sayo.
sarcastic person.
Yeah, so you guys basically pop up, you start your walk down. After about another hour's journey, you start seeing stuff you recognize. You see some old farms and village buildings that are in a oddly familiar location. Like you feel like you've been to these plains before. 'Cause she has.
Kaylin, that face.
But you do notice there are a lot of buildings missing as well. There are still
Sad.
things gone and forgotten, it seems.
Sad.
Fire Nation attacked.
I'm like, that's where I start saying randomly, like, that's where the Argonath family used to live, and like start spewing names out, like, oh, and that, like, where'd that house go? Where'd that go? What happened?
Every time you ask, can I just like name off a random event? Like,
Like,
oh, that was a flood. Oh, that was a giant fire.
That was
that
a
was
rock.
the Giants.
That was a rock.
That was a rock, and that one was a rock.
Boulder.
I got a rock.
I got a rock.
I have a rock. See?
I got your mom.
I ran.
A rock.
Rock. It's a little Labradorite.
I don't have any rocks.
Rock!
I do.
Rock.
Rock.
I has glass.
That doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Shut up. It counts.
If
Does
you
this
think
count
about
as
it,
a
if
rock?
you think about it,
Think
glass
about it.
is sand, and sand is just ground up rocks. So
Ha,
That's
take
like
that,
saying
Katie.
a burger is a cow. No, it isn't. It's a burger. It might be made of cows, but it's not a burger. It's not
is
a cow.
a cow that is refined.
Refined cow.
rock.
That is wood, I
Elliot,
think.
that is now forever what I'm going to call burger meat.
Refined.
Refined cow.
Refined cow.
All right, yeah, you guys get to the center of the village, and you see, like, it's alive. Okay, stop.
Is that a harmonica?
Yes, it is. Don't encourage her.
Where's my,
This was
Do
my
it, it's
uncle's
funny.
harmonica.
where's my stylophone?
Yeah, you guys get to the center of town. The center of the town's pretty similar to what it used to be. It might have gotten a little bit bigger because there's more of a trade route in here. Gosh. There is a little fountain in the center that kind of has a roundabout area around it that allows for easy travel and things like that. There's some good shops around here. You see a couple taverns, you see some food, like some potion shops, things like that. There's typical adventuring gear here and some basic armor and weaponry, like a blacksmith's nearby. But I imagine you're taking them all to the Godfather's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little bit past the town center, like towards north, where there's like ocean, you can kind of see where it goes to an ocean almost, just in the very far distance, heading towards the coast.
I ask Mirith, does Gerald still have his library?
Yes.
Yes, he would.
He
Library?
has far too many books for my liking.
Library?
He has
It's like
always,
Zio.
'cause he's always dreamed of having his own library. So all he did was he took down the extra room and just kept I remember he only had one full shelf when I was young.
So for the record, anything Kaylin says is fact. I gave Kaylin an idea to create a character before this campaign started, and then she added it into the campaign. So she's been waiting like 2 years for this character. So anything she says is true. That's
Okay.
basically how it goes.
I'm going with it.
It's like,
Yeah.
So far you're like, yeah, there's a library, and I'm like, hell yeah,
Sure.
there is.
Like-
There's a library.
I'm like,
It's
He
full
always
now.
wanted his own library.
oh, can I take a look at it then when we're not busy and
No.
running from the government?
Really, robot just goes boring.
I'm gonna date.
Boring.
Set
No,
it on
but-
fire.
No.
And I'm like,
why don't you back
You're not
it
a
up with the
Liliana.
source?
No flames.
I asked Mirith are you okay if I asked what happened to your parents?
Pirates.
Oh,
Classic.
so it was okay. It was all the same. Okay, all same event.
Classic.
Yeah.
Maybe not the same event. You know that it happened before as well.
It happened again.
There was always pirate problems.
Oh yeah, true.
Yar.
Yar
We have the
har,
much
yo ho,
more
yo
now.
ho.
Har, har, fiddle
Yes,
dee,
it's a lot
har,
less
fiddle
directly
dee.
targeted at you. They're mostly targeting travelers now, because there's like you guys. As you look around, you have reinforced in some ways. Like there is a anti-air gun, basically, like just a massive laser rifle, a little bit a ways out of town. You guys
Yeah,
haven't seen it yet. You know where it is,
Has it
as
been,
a person.
has it been the same pirate groups? No,
No.
different.
It would be different pirate groups that kind of build up, break off from each other, because the pirate groups are never the same. The pirate group you worked with changed twice as you were enlisted with them, basically.
True.
Depending on what leader's leading it, they'll rebrand it, whatever.
We killed the one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Playing your
Oh,
mom.
is that Tyron?
Yeah, Tyron was one of the pirate.
Tyrone.
Well, he originally wasn't, but in the time that Keelan was kidnapped, he became a leader, and then you guys
Tyrone.
killed him.
I was like,
Uh,
oh wait, so he mentions she mentions pirates. I'm like, wait, you mean like Tyron?
Tyrone.
I don't.
Tyrone.
I think you would have known the name. You would know the name
Or
Tyron.
another name?
Yeah, because he became influential enough to be annoying for you guys.
Thank goodness his head's on a pike.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
we
us.
Killed him.
That was us.
Then we owe you a great debt.
Yeah, he tried to. It got wrapped up in some other weird robot stuff that we did. It was
Everyone
stu-
looks at Keelana. That
It was
someone did.
Tex is no longer here. He does not exist.
Yeah, Mirth doesn't know that I became part of.
Well, so the
Oh,
idea
yeah.
of being like a
Probably
forced
explain.
indentured is not uncommon. They know about it and they have pity for people like that. But as long as you don't continue it, they're fine.
Oh yeah,
Typically.
I was done.
So yeah, you guys begin walking down a smaller little path. The town begins to sort of thin out. Buildings actually are no longer butted up against each other, but they're kind of spaced out, more like homes or smaller specific businesses, things like that. Some storefronts, like there's fresh strawberries, different things lining these streets.
Let's
Um,
get strawberries.
If you want to stop, there's like a copper and you can get 12 strawberries.
Mirith, you want to get strawberries?
Of
Everybody,
course.
everybody, does everybody want strawberries?
What's a strawberry?
I cannot.
I'm like, I would
consume.
love some strawberries.
Yeah, the two robots are like, sure.
Hang on, wait. Let me just pull up the conversion here real quick. How many? What's the conversion again? I forget.
Conversion?
Yeah, the conversion for monies. I forget.
Copper's the lowest, but it's like 1 copper for 12 strawberries.
Do you?
And the gold is
Like
100
1,000.
copper.
100 copper.
Aiden.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Hello.
Aiden, do we have strawberries on my home planet?
No.
I'm like,
Strawberries.
yeah, so
You know what a marshmallow is, but you don't know what a
Like,
strawberry is.
I'm like, what's a strawberry?
I grab a
Oh.
strawberry that we bought and I just kind of like put it in Zaya's mouth.
I'm just like, just leave.
Come
Like,
on.
like, what is it? What is it?
It's a fruit.
Poison.
You're a robot.
It's a fruit.
Dragon,
What does it
as you're
taste
hesitant
like?
holding it, Dragon jumps up and go and just eats it.
Dragon. Dragon.
like,
And I'm
what?
like a
That was for
dragon.
Zaya.
It tasted
I look-
good.
Here,
I'm like,
Did you
okay,
say
so it's-
Zaya?
Zaya.
I look at Copelia, so it's not poison. You lied to me.
You liar.
I'll try one, I guess. Just like,
It's a strawberry. You know what strawberry tastes like.
It's a strawberry.
eh.
Wait,
Oh,
shrubbery.
okay.
Straub.
Did we just
She's
get
used
an
to
F
fish
for a
bile
strawberry?
food. What's up?
Did we just get an F for a strawberry?
Yeah, she's used to fish bile, so you know it doesn't really count.
Oh, okay.
Ew.
We don't have
Fair
much.
enough.
We don't have much fruit where I'm from.
Dragon, did you like the strawberry?
He's already eating another one. He's like, yes.
He's just like has like
Wait, I have the
Juice
bag
all
of
over his
holding
face,
with all the
yes.
cockroaches for him.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, hey, do you want some crickets?
Oh.
It's like, of course. I'll always eat more.
Mirith,
Just
do
give him
you
some crickets.
Mirith, do you remember the Icarus family?
He would.
Do, yes.
Yes.
I was their kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Was?
there.
Did you get like disowned?
Kidnapped, actually.
Mutilated?
But like, then you'd still be your kid. No.
Real quick, are they dead?
Perseus,
They did?
Perseus was my Gerald's.
Hey, cover your ears. Cover your ears. Hide them. Hide your ears. Her mother is. Her father's the fisherman we talked about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, that's
What?
your
I
ask the
can't, like,
question again.
Yeah.
My Perseus worked with Gerald.
Ah, I love him.
John Lennon.
I visit
Kill
him
John
often.
Lennon.
Jason Derulo.
Jason. I visit him very often. He is a dear friend of mine.
Touch your butt.
Wait, your dad
Oh.
alive?
You're his daughter.
Wait. Hang on.
Kilana, you wanna go talk to your dad?
Wait. Channy and Perseus are alive.
Yes.
No.
No.
They're not?
I was
Your
right on
mother's
half
dead.
of. I was right on half count.
Yeah, your father's alive.
I'm
in the
sorry.
village.
I'm so sorry.
Instead
Alright,
of daddy
Unicorn, I'll keep
issues,
that
you
in
got
mind.
mommy issues. Oh.
Am I the only one here with a live parents?
I don't
So
have parents.
which house are we going to
Oh,
still?
I'm sorry,
I-
Tex. It's okay.
I think I want to.
You know her father
I'm
would
just
be at the
kinda like-
fishing dock, which is
I'm
further
just-
down the path.
I'm just kind of
Yeah.
like sitting there.
So if
in
you
I'm just shocked. I
if
think I'm
you-
more shocked.
if you go to Gerald's house first, you'll be on the path to the fishing dock that Perseus is probably on. So probably go to the Gerald's house first.
My mom's not here.
No. I am truly sorry. And can I hug again?
I'm just I think Kulana's just more shocked than anything.
I'm gonna spell calm emotion.
Are we still next to the strawberry hut?
Yeah, you're not far away.
I slammed down a silver coin.
So that would be like
I need a
10,
drink,
that'd be
not
like 10
strawberry.
packs of
I
strawberries.
need a drink. I need
I need
a drink.
10.
You just kind of lift up a tray and the woman's like, well, okay.
I just
Oh.
lift it over my head.
Oh, that's
We
disappointing.
will need these.
Oh, I'm a little sad now.
Your
And I
father's
just I
alive,
hand
though.
one
I
of
know, but like she hasn't seen anybody.
Yeah,
I think
we'll
it's
go
more
talk with Gerald.
like
Gerald.
she assumed everyone
Gerald?
is dead. She assumed everyone's dead.
Only 1 out of 3 are.
I mean, we
Pretty good
can make
odds.
that a reality.
Hey,
Burn it
hey,
down.
Wait a minute. Slow down. And I grab one of them and I hand it to Keelana.
A tray of strawberries.
I just like kind of munch on it.
Food makes everything better.
So you guys start walking down the path to Gerald's house. Gerald's house.
Yeah, I assume.
And you know it's like further beyond is towards the coast where the dock's going to be and where Perseus is. But of course, you guys are going down and you see a house. You're very familiar with this house. This is the same house Gerald lived in. It's like it was a 2-floor house with a tower. The tower had his books. Now there's an extra addition off that tower that seems to be like a sort of extended room. It looks similar in style, but it definitely looks newer and less beaten down. The rest of the house has some patchwork done and some like stones added in, different colorations of things.
Some of his stuff that he makes.
Yeah,
He makes a lot of fun stuff.
he's somewhat of an inventor. He has like origami and little robot parts around. There's like wind chimes made out of different sort of scrap metals and things like that, cast together. And you walk up, there has like a little red door on the house and everything like that. You knock.
I do like a
You just hear a voice. Come in, come in.
And I open the door for Keelana.
It's finally happening.
And you guys see a half-orc man, like very big, very burly. He's like probably 6'5", 6'6" area. He's like jacked out, and he's sitting at a table with a book that looks very tiny in his hands, just reading.
And just immediately I rush in. I take my axe off. I set it to the ground.
What
and
do I even?
I lean down in front of him.
He looks over at you. He's like, "Oh, did something happen? What's up?"
Keelana's just like freaking out.
He looks over at the door, and it takes a second where he looks. He's like, "Oh, new people," and then when he sees Keelana, he's like, "Oh, old people."
I'm covering. I'm just, Keelana's covering her face.
He just stands up. He's like, "Keelana, is that you?"
And like she's kind of choking, like Gerald.
He walks over. He like, well, not walks. He like rushes over. He goes and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I thought you were killed."
I thought you were.
Well, you're the one that got kidnapped, and he hugs you tightly.
And like she starts crying.
He basically like grabs, lifts up, and she's just dangling.
And she's crying.
He's like, "Well, why didn't you make contact sooner?"
I couldn't. And I had no choice. I started like explaining. I was like everything happened so fast. I was with a bunch of these other kids. I started like crying as I was like telling this whole thing. Like I didn't know what to do. I didn't.
He sets you down on a chair and gets you like a little bread with some butter on it. Sets down in front of you, just like toasted bread.
Bread and butter.
Bread and butter.
He just kind of walks up to you. He's like, "Well, it's so good to hear that you're alive. I'm sorry for what you've experienced." He looks over at the group. So some of these people are the reason you have to thank for escaping. You mostly just go, that one, point at Capelia.
Yeah.
Or no, Zio too. Capelia and Zio.
Hello.
And he's like, "Well, it's so good to see you again. Your father's gonna be so ecstatic to see you."
I just am like, and I'm assuming mom is not here.
He kind of like, "No, sadly, your mother, after your kidnapping, your father and mother went into a depressive state, and she decided she wanted to fight back.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say she.
No.
I thought
No.
you said she was gonna kill herself.
She went rogue,
Okay.
killed an entire platoon of pirates with herself in it.
I get it from my mom.
She was very brave and helped a lot of people,
That's how you
but
met
quite
us.
reckless."
I
True.
we killed Tyron.
He's like, "Well, if that isn't a coming of age story, if I've ever heard one."
We killed him. we killed him.
I killed him.
It's a long story.
It was my fault, technically, due to a ship crashing. And
I mean, he
He's like,
tried to shoot
I was
us
gonna say,
anyway.
He goes, "I don't know if it's quite your fault for killing him. I'm sure plenty of people are happy that he's gone. You probably could have earned yourself a few bounties.
Didn't I almost kill another bunch of innocent bystanders due to my reckless behavior?
Because you didn't give yourself up, a ship got shot, but most people were out of the ship and it was never going to really explode. No, it did explode. Crap. The engine exploded. It wasn't going to hurt anyone.
But not
though.
everybody was...
No one got injured except for the pirates.
Oh,
Ace
okay,
did
good.
stab a guy in the back of the neck, though, a couple times. He was a pirate.
Eh.
It was a pirate?
Ace stabbed a pirate a bunch of times, and then
Okay.
then pretended to be the pirate, then chased down another pirate and killed him too. That was the first episode.
That was the first. Yeah, that was the first episode.
Ace
some
came out
wi-
swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some wild shit that
Oh
happened.
my
in
God.
this episode.
Dude, I've been waiting for this moment for so long.
Yeah,
Literally,
pretty-
episode
Goodness.
1, we're in a spaceship, and then suddenly we see another ship.
and crash into the floor.
Like, what the fuck
I'm just kind of dangling from a parachute.
happened? Got
Yeah.
shot a little bit. It was great.
Good times, good
Good
times.
times. Back at level like 2 or 3.
Yeah, 3. We started at 3.
Ah.
You see Gerald stuff. He's like, well, I think it's about time we hightail out of here and go see your father. I'm sure he would be ecstatic to see you.
I don't know how. I could barely. I don't know how I'm gonna react. I haven't seen you guys in 15 years.
He just goes, well, let's find out, and picks you up and starts walking.
I'm just kind of like, well,
That's, I like this guy.
wait, Caden, you're just like, oh wait, never mind.
You guys start your path down, and this is getting to a quieter part of the village. There's a couple farms, but it's like pretty much just dirt road and empty. It's very peaceful. The wind's blowing. There's not much like forestry here, so there's no large creatures that like hide and prey out here. There's some birds in the sky and some smaller field mice and things like that you can hear around, maybe a snake or two, but bless you. This area
Bless you.
seems to be very quiet and peaceful, which makes sense why
Very
people
quiet
live
here.
Oh, just casts
Sorry.
fireball.
And my head hit the wall. Boom.
Sorry, I'm not used
Also-
to falling.
I'd like to mention the giant thing of strawberries. As we're walking on the way there, if I see anyone, I'm just like,
Also,
Getting him
out.
also,
I bought too
had-
many of these.
Also, I had no. I just also, I had no idea you had a niece.
He's like, I was your godfather. Do you think you're the only person I knew?
Why have I ever met Mirith? Have we played? Have we?
You probably met during some festivals and things like that, but you've also met 50,000 other kids during that, so
True.
pretty easy to forget a face in that crowd.
I was mostly working the smith at the time.
That is true as well. You were doing your training. He's like, well, I'm glad you guys were able to make it. What are you doing here?
It's complicated.
It's very complicated.
He's like,
They
"You-
teleported."
So you're telling me you killed a pirate leader, you went off on adventures, and you found your way here, but this part's complicated.
Yes.
After you were kidnapped and enslaved by pirates, this part is
This
complicated.
is involving. How
We're
do we
hiding from the home
explain?
government.
Text,
how
just
do you
text just says we're hiding from the home government. And Gerald just goes, well, aren't we all? What does that mean?
Well, we kind of pissed him off. You know,
Well-
that's
More
what
than the
happens.
normal amount?
We
No,
also
that's what
kind of
happens
made-
when you start exploring ancient technologies. Then they
We
want it
also
and you
kind
won't
of
give it to
fully
it.
ticked off a god.
Gerald looks at you.
We
Gerald
pissed off
looks
a
at-
god too.
Gerald looks
Which
at you when
one?
you say messing with ancient technology. And he goes, you're the one behind the old temple activations.
Yeah, that was us.
Oh, that explains quite a lot.
Did you like the?
Sorry if it caused any disturbances. Teleportation's weird.
Teleportation.
That's how we got here. We don't have a ship here right now.
We're going to have to talk a lot about this when we're back.
I
But first,
warned you-
let's
I
family
warned you-
reunion first. Discussion of teleportation across planets second.
I hugged Gerald.
I warned
again.
you it was
Like, I'm just so-
complicated.
He's like, oh gosh, what did I get myself into?
I hugged Gerald again. I'm just really happy to see you
Hmm.
after all this time.
You guys start walking down this path still, and now you're starting to see it. You're starting to see a older wooden dock. There does seem to be a newer one built in the distance that's like a little bit more made of stone and things like that. But there's no one at it except for like an older tugboat like thing. But next to it, a little bit like probably 400, 500 feet to the right, there is an old wooden pier that goes out a little bit further, but it's thinner overall.
I just kind of go
And-
ahead of the group, trying to like look around.
You see on the end of the pier just an older man.
He's alone. I just
he
kinda-
has a lure.
He's alone, she said.
Oh, he has a lure. He's pulling it in.
That too.
I just kind of start going ahead.
Yeah, start running.
I just start running.
Can I just like quickly grab Keelan and Warner real quick? Stomp on the dock before you walk too close.
Stomp on the dock.
Gators.
Make loud noise.
He gets scared.
I just did like three big stomps on the
Oh.
dock,
That's yeah.
Scare somebody more though.
and I'm
Depending on the distance. That's what I had to do with my
The vibe-
grandma when she first moved
Long
in.
dock sort of thing, right?
It's pretty long. When my grandma first moved into her house, she's so used to only having one other person in the house. When I'd walk in and go, "Hey, grandma," she'd go, "Ah!" and like jump, and I was like,
Yeah.
"I'm not trying to scare you. I
feel
just
like
want to
I
say
would be that
hello."
person. Wait, you realize how many times I've been in the
I'm-
back window at McDonald's working, and someone's just back there suddenly with me without warning?
Very funny.
but
Just I'm taking over your shit, go on break. Ah!
Doc Mastriano scares me.
No,
But
God damn it. We were just talking about him today.
but I stop and I'm like, and I cry out, sobbing my face off. I'm like, Dad.
You so and the stomping, you notice he like perks up. He looks back. He doesn't seem like the father you know, because he is like, he lost his
Old.
daughter, he lost his wife,
him
his
in.
village burned down once or twice. But he looks
Maybe
back and
flooded.
he's just kind of like, he looks like a fisherman. You know,
Beard.
There once was
Those
Uh,
Princess Satan.
who's the guy who ran a lot? Forrest Gump. You know Forrest
Forrest
Gump
Gump.
Bubba when he's a fisherman? Kind of like Bubba, but he still has his legs.
Mama said they'd take me anyway.
anyway.
They was
You
my
see him
mad
turn around and
That
he
wasn't
looks.
Bubba.
Yeah. No, not Bubba. You're right.
Yeah, that was
The general guy.
the guy that flipped off God during the storm.
I don't remember that. But the fisher.
Is his legs gone?
No, that's what I said. But with his legs.
Oh, but with his legs.
Yeah. What is his name?
I
General
just-
something or someone Dan?
And I stomped.
General
three-
Kenobi.
I stomped through and I stomped.
Probably,
Yeah,
no,
you're
not
running
part
up,
of it.
and he looks back at you, and you see he's just confused.
I take off my I throw off my hat.
Well, he's looking at you. He's like, "No, what?"
No, what?
He's like, "Who are you?"
He
I'm
might be a
sobbing.
little
I just kind of
confused.
grab him.
And oh my gosh, my voice is
From
giving out.
across the dog.
He just goes, "Kulana."
Mm.
And then like
Oh my gosh, my voice is giving out.
and I grab Mirith like for the group hug.
Cool.
Can I just lift them both? In the
Uh,
hug?
There's 4 people in this hug, so probably not, including Gerald.
Never mind.
He could lift all of you guys.
Yeah.
Probably. He is very
I missed,
buff for
I
being a
missed part of
scholar.
that when you buffered.
All right. So after
All
like
right,
probably
camper.
10 minutes of like hugging and crying,
And sobbing.
yeah, it was like, I miss you so much. You guys kind of sit down
Ugh.
and you have basically the same conversation you had with Gerald. Like, what happened? Where were you? Kidnapped by pirates? Crashed a spaceship?
Killed Tyron?
Killed Tyron? Got in trouble with a group of gods?
What? Check,
It's a
please.
long story. How many hours do you have?
he looks up to you. He's like, I've been fishing for the last 15 years. I have time.
Oh, okay.
And I just told him I haven't stopped thinking about you guys. I never did. I never forgot you guys.
He's like, there isn't one day I missed you or your mother.
Cringe.
And then I cried about mom. I'm like I
Hell
can't believe
yes.
mom's gone.
Boo.
He just goes, she went out away unexpected and very reckless, but I couldn't have expected anything less from her.
You
At
do
least
get it from
I know that I'm similar to her.
her. I was like, you
You're
do
like,
get it from
Well,
her.
you both did crash a ship, so pretty
Mom,
similar.
like mother, like daughter.
Yes, though you would have to one up her as she crashed like a pirate hub, more like it. But you're getting there.
Technically, did we do that with Codlin's bullshit?
No, because Coddlin was just one person. He didn't work with anyone else.
No,
Besides his
but we
robot.
did raid an evil military science lab 3 or 3 times. Because they had our friend.
He just looks over at Kulana. We're gonna have to talk about that, young lady.
My ground. I'm 21. I'm 21. It's been so long. It's crazy.
It has. Gerald's like, let's all go to the tavern and have a chat. For once.
You see Neareth immediately perk up.
Like, oh, tavern.
Really?
The robot's not terribly interested.
I don't know if Zio can hold her alcohol.
People are fun.
People are fun.
But no.
Tex is a bio engine, right?
No,
Yeah,
that,
that was
not
definitely
really.
telling the truth.
Tavern just filled with orcs and half orcs and giant.
Half orcs and humans. Orcs are typically an enemy. They're not. Yeah, they're more aggressive. That's it though. So yeah, you guys head back to town. Your dad picks up all his little tiny. He has like a little tiny cooler and then a fishing rod. And he's just like walking back with you guys. You guys are chatting about things, talking about life, and you guys sit down in the tavern. Gerald, dang it. Gerald orders like a round of nachos for everyone basically and some drinks. He looks at the two robots with 2 ales and he's like, "You're not the type for this, are you?"
Can Nearest just be like, just like hold the cup and like look at them like?
So he's basically holding 2 beers to you and like, you can't drink this, right?
You can't drink these, right? Right.
Robots.
they went offline.
They died.
I think they died.
I'll be fine. I keep it.
You just hold it.
It's like the slight like just bang on the table like, damn it.
Like, sure thing. And he just sets the other one in the group of tables. There's like, he has a whole keg out for you guys to have a chat. And you guys like just basically spend your first evening. Also, forgot about Dragon. Gosh. Whenever you guys are walking back.
Keep an eye on Dragon.
Yeah. Well, I just forgot about it because everyone would be like, "Why do you have a dragon?" But yeah, when your dad sees that as you're walking back, he's like, "A dragon? Really? What did you get up to while I was gone?"
A lot.
I'm not saying that part.
I may have slept with a 200-year-old man who is a hitman as well.
Oh yeah, I'm not mentioning that. I lost my virginity too.
Zio will remember this.
You were there when it happened, No, that was a bad way to phrase it.
It was a bad way to phrase it.
Was that Zio or your other character, Kisma?
That was Zio.
That was Zio. Okay, so yeah, you know about it.
Yeah.
Just
It was
because
not-
that
it was
one
not
made
Scruffles.
bad choices.
His was for the Underdark part.
Yeah. He goes, "Well, haven't we all? But I cannot blame you, as you were kidnapped as a child and didn't have any sort of parental teachings. But
No, just the other kids that were with me.
how did they make it out?
Yeah, I don't know.
know.
I mean, I was promoted a few times, and then
They
and that's when I
didn't.
got to time
They didn't.
Some of them might have
because I know that I
Only
was
through death.
Kulana
They
was
have through that.
moved because she just wanted to prove a point just to get out of. She was mostly survival, so she tried to do the best of. She had to get up to the best of the best, especially with doing.
She
bigger
killed a
jobs.
lot of people.
I did not. Well,
You killed some people, right?
I did. Well,
Yeah.
um,
Some low-level targets.
but no, that was gonna be my main job, and then Tyron was like, "You need to kill this major guy." I'm like, "No, never mind. I'm not doing that. That makes me feel uncomfortable." And he's
She
like, "No."
rebelled.
I am
And then
a
you stabbed him in the
company
I
eye.
stabbed him in the eye,
now. As you do.
as you do to
Keeping it classy.
mob boss.
Yeah. You guys basically sit down at the tavern. It is, at this point, actually, you guys left early morning on Hone. Don't know what time it is here. I'm
We'll
going to
that it's
say,
a few hour
yeah,
difference.
midday when you guys showed up. So it's getting closer to like 4 p.m. now. You guys are sitting down eating your nachos, drinking some beer.
Chug a beer, chug a beer, chug a beer.
No.
Oh, dim-
Uh,
dim a shot of beer.
And is there anything specific you want to ask questions about or talk about or anything like that?
Is he the only? Am I the one he's buffering and glitching out on?
Slightly, but not as much now.
Oh,
Okay.
my internet might have tanked for a little bit. Is there any questions you have for this place or anything you want to know about it?
Uh oh.
Well,
Gareth and I are
You
good.
dead.
We're good.
Am I better?
He's dead.
Am I better?
We'll see.
Hello? Okay. Is there any questions you have for the existing? For things going on?
I'm just talking to the three.
Well, I mean, Zayo is just here because Haas is kind of here, and she wants to help Haas with her thing. But
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know how much...
you had to get out of home. That's why you're here.
Yeah, so I'm here. So I'm just kind of waiting for next, go time.
Okay.
She's just
Anyone
kind
else
of
have-
looking at her notes or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Now that you guys are sitting down, if no one else has anything, Gerald, dang it. Gerald looks over at you. Gerald.
Gerald.
Yeah.
You said Gerald.
I don't know what I'm doing. Gerald looks over at you, and he's like, so, teleportation through ancient ruins older than the civilization. Care
What
to
about it?
explain?
I mean,
What about it? What do you want to know?
What do you mean, what about it? First off, how? Second off, what are you planning to do with that? Third off, Hone has this now, or what is happening?
Okay, so answer your third question first. Hone does not have it. The whole reason we came here was to get rid of Hone, and the part of it that is on Hone, I believe, if I'm correct with what Haas said, we are going to basically destroy what was over there so they don't have it.
Okay.
So basically, think of it like a big spider web, and all these planets are on different spider web on this web. You can kind of go anywhere with this stuff. We're just trying to just figure it out and see how it works. I don't think we really have any plans with it.
Okay, he looks at okay.
Gerald,
Yes.
are you familiar with have you read about the Council of 12?
The Council of what now?
I don't think that's knowledge that exists in modern day.
They're like
Or you-
really old, right?
Actually,
Yeah,
so he doesn't know the
That-
name of the Council of 12. Gerald is a scholar. He learns a lot of
Yeah.
things and philosopher sort of stuff. So he knows about ideas like an ancient civilization, but like the Council of 12 is a name that you guys only know because the Council of 12 told you who they are. That's not a
Yeah.
name written down in history.
Wait, how many years ago did Haas say this was, or the council say it was? Like hundreds of thousands of years
Yeah,
ago?
it's very long ago. At least like a couple 100,000.
I'm like, it's gotta be at least 6-7 digits ago. Year one.
Looks at watch time.
He looks over at you like,
Looks at the watch.
oh yeah, of course I would know that. I barely studied history up to 5,000 years ago. Enough
Fun.
to know some obscure group's name, not knowing they are the council that led the entire civilization, basically.
They're
Well,
fun.
There has been. Are you familiar with those main platforms far out into the woods outside of the village?
Are you trying to describe the temple you guys teleported
Yeah.
in on? Of course, there have been readings going off the charts saying that large spikes of magic, not really any specific type that we really see, just going wild. Of course, we've inspected it. What?
That was us.
Yeah, you spoke about that. What? So that was your teleportation? Why were you doing it so much?
Because we were testing it, because if you don't do it properly and don't calibrate it, you can turn it into a smoothie.
So that's what all that mess was about. Okay.
Yes. Sorry about the fruit and random birds.
Yeah, the birds, they fed probably the cats pretty good around here.
Let's just say that a very long time ago, there has been higher beings. Not really. How would you describe them? Higher beings?
I don't know
Pretty
what you're trying
much.
to describe.
That
The
are
people who created the teleporter?
Yeah.
At the time, they were not. At the time, they were just regular people. Very
Yeah.
scientific.
At the time, they were regular people, but they worked with magic, which they incorporate science, but incorporated science. Why are you trying to?
Just waiting.
Because I
just
didn't want
failing.
to. I don't want to overly explain. Okay, we've talked to some higher being. I guess we'd say higher beings.
What? I don't know. What would you say? Tell me.
The freaking.
I look over to Kilana. I mean, if he wants any questions, we can just take him to Haas, but he might be there for a while.
It's like, I think it would be wise if I speak with him, because with the readings we had, we are very worried about some sort of magical explosion taking out half of the planet or something like that. Something crazy and
no.
extreme.
Oh no, nothing
Yeah.
like that.
I wouldn't say, oh no, we have found some ancient weapons that have set off things and caused some issues.
Oh.
But they're mostly, the ones we know of have mostly destroyed themselves because they exploded, killing several people, injuring many more.
Were you part of the search?
Not a search. We had readings similar to this, the same energy signal, and our people went out and inspected it, tried to power it on to figure out how to open doors and things like that, and blew up. So, like, when we get these readings, we typically try our best to figure out what's going on and put an end to it. That you guys have one of these items active and working is quite interesting. I think that could be very useful for us to speak with Haas about to see if we're able to figure out how to deactivate issues like this when they come up in the future. But we've had just several explosions, some of them ranging in the size of like asteroid killers that have completely devastated areas.
Any of these left?
So there are structures left. Some of them explosions that were small enough that it's like we barely noticed it and there was just a reading on some of our radar equipment. Some of it active and then dies down and is not heard from again. And some of them in locations we found but are not active anymore. We don't know if it was triggered before we have our radar system or if they haven't been triggered yet.
Just
writing notes
down.
down.
Just okay. Yeah, I'll bring that up to Haas.
That'll be probably for the best. So, at some point, I definitely want to talk with this Haas gentleman. He seems to be very knowledgeable in this source, and as a philosopher and learner myself, I would like to learn as much as possible.
Oh, you two are gonna get along.
That's good. I'd like to not have the guy who controls, basically, I guess they would have nuclear power. They would know what nuclear power is.
Yeah.
Nuclear bombs at the hand of his fingertips to hate me. That would be not very good.
Yeah. I mean, I could be a meteor. He's my brother, so he's on
Oh.
our side, definitely.
If he's anything like you, we shouldn't have any issue.
I don't.
I feel like you'd be flattered at that.
That is a compliment. He's saying
Oh,
you are a
okay.
good person.
Yes, that you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I thought you were saying like, I don't know.
If he's
I'm used to
anything like
Elliot.
you, we won't have a problem.
Okay, I'm used to Elliot just being like, you're stupid.
You stupid. Can I also just like kind of like just like butt in here? Like, you said otherworldly beings.
The
Oh,
ancient.
sorry.
Keelan
This-
zoned out of that part.
The ancient race who made these things, had an otherworldly council. It's a long story.
Very long.
You just
story.
see Gerald just goes, okay, wait, what? So this ancient race that built these structures
Yes.
that have only been theorized by some philosophers and scholars,
Mhm.
you're telling me they turned from people to gods and you've met them?
Yep.
More
Maybe.
or less.
And one is kind of ticked off at us because he's kind of.
What?
You can just see Nearth slam the drink down. You pissed off a god.
Yeah, by
Yes.
accident. Well,
It's a
he
living.
more of messed with us, and we messed with him back. We kind of made
It
fun
was-
of him because
It
he's
was
lame.
retaliatory.
Because
it was
he's
reta-
lame. He's a
As you say
basic-
this, Gerald just takes his glasses off. You bullied a god.
okay, but he was lame. He's basic.
He also might be in line to be one of the next kings of hell, but we don't talk about that part.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
He's like, why wouldn't
What?
he? Why wouldn't he interact with the? Why wouldn't he interact with the hellscape?
Let's just say, if you see a
your
man-
old dad is proud of his daughter.
If you see a man who looks like he's made out of blue energy, not friendly.
Oh yeah, not friendly at all.
He's like, he basically says, you know, even if you didn't warn me of that, I think I would have still had that inkling.
And we may or may I kind of whisper like we also may or may not met another dragon.
You can't actually whisper because the microphone doesn't pick you up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I quietly mentioned, by the way, do not say this out loud, but we met another dragon who was part of the council.
He just closes his eyes.
We
Yeah.
freed,
Just
we
comes
freed
in.
her though.
Your father is sitting back eating nachos, just like,
Like looking like
Yep.
yeah, just
Nearith has since poked a hole into the keg and has begun to just tilt it.
Like, it would probably be best if you come and talk with.
Yeah, you should probably come and
He's
talk.
like, I think that would be wise. This feels like something that could really lead to some issues for this people.
Yeah.
But that's why we're trying to figure out stuff so we could all be safe.
Hopefully, we can potentially stab the guy.
I don't know if we
I
can
don't know.
stab a god.
Look, hey, you can try.
Well, I mean, only a god can kill a god, right?
No.
Again, they're not
We
true
have
gods.
3.
Yeah.
They are not true gods. They are beings that have been turned into pure magical essence.
Right.
As far as you know, that's how it works. So
I just
if
call
you
them
have a way to
gods.
destroy magical essence, you have a way to injure them and hurt them.
It's called Dispel Magic, bitch.
I don't know how that would affect them. I think it wouldn't kill them though in one go because they are magic. So you just have to
Yeah.
delete all magic. Which
So,
So an
Evil
anti-magic
guys.
radius.
Yes.
evil guy is named is Lair.
Lightyear. He's like, I've heard of that name before.
He's not
In-
cool. He's kind of a douchebag.
Yes, he seems
kind of
to.
a douche.
As you mentioned, he does seem to work with the planes of hell closely. He has been in some sightings of different demonic activity. That name has come up.
Yeah, he's kind of a douche.
He was one of the count. He was one of the 12, but he kind of turned on them.
Yeah, he kind of.
Hmm.
They tried going against him. He kind of did a little hissy fit.
I'll have to do more research on the name. I have a vague memory of something, but
Trapped
I
him on the Aether Planes, trapped an entire civilization there. You know, good times.
don't know what the Aether Plane is, but that doesn't sound good.
It's complicated.
Actually, no, he would know what the Aether Plane is. That's like fairly common knowledge for scientific scholars. He goes like, wait, someone's on the Aether Plane?
Oh, whole civilization's there. That's where the ancient people went.
Yeah.
He goes, that can't be safe. How are they
No,
alive?
they can't. So he's like, they can't come back here or they go poof.
Oh,
So they're stuck.
they've become entwined with the Aether Realm.
Yes.
Interesting. So how did you interact with them?
It's weird. There was a site that we met that basically kind of like makes, if I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong, Kaden, but it like kind of makes like the barrier between it thin so we can like interact with them.
So how it works is essentially they can be on Earth and like, or not Earth, hone in different planets for a prolonged period of time. As they exist, they just expel radiation basically and slowly fizzle out like a fire.
Who is
Yes.
the one?
Da-da-da-da-da.
The one,
Funny.
the jester.
Funny.
Funny. And
Yeah.
Funny's amazing.
Yeah, so
He's-
you kind of explain how it works. There's like these teleportation crystals that connect the planes designed by Lair, used to trap them in there. They can come back and forth. If they stay too long, they die. That's how one of their council members died, by basically blowing a hole through hell, going all Doomslayer style. And he's like, he kind of goes, I would like to meet them at some point if that's an option.
Maybe.
I think it is.
Maybe.
He's like, this could be very interesting for some scholarly research.
Oh, but you would absolutely love Funny.
Okay.
Should we go meet Haas, or how long is that trip? An hour? 2 hours?
It's about 2 hours. He's like, I have some things I need to do this evening. I need to finish up some errands for the town, making sure everything's running smoothly for the festival coming up soon.
If you,
There's a
do you mind-
festival?
Wait, which?
It's like a May festival, like a Mayflower festival thing, where there's like another thing of harvest and stuff.
And I'm
It's
familiar with
not. Yeah, you would know it. That's kind of where big festival each year. It's not in another couple months though, but they're still preparing for it already.
I was like, can we be here?
If you make time for it, yeah. I'm not gonna force you guys to go there. You gotta decide to go there when it's time.
You
Guys,
must.
can we go to the? I was like, can we stay for a while to go to the festival again?
That's
We're
2
gonna be
months away.
I
You
know,
can
but-
go do stuff and come back.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, Kulana, you know, we said that we're gonna make this place basically where we hang now because Hone is not an option anymore. So
No,
we
but
will
are
be
you
here
guys
for a
interested
while.
in?
Yes, I heard that.
What'd
Kate.
you do?
I saw everything.
What'd you just break?
It did break it. This is the Allen key.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Leah, are you sleeping? Aww. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Aw.
absolutely.
All right.
You can even hear the chair lean
He's like,
forward.
he basically continues. I will be available tomorrow. I will meet you guys there bright and early. I'll travel there, have a nice little walk. If you guys need anything, what have you brought? Is everything all right?
It's a lot of notes.
Yeah, mostly what you guys brought today, I'm good. Is just notes. You have most of your actual belongings in the other location because it was easy to store those up over a prolonged period of time and then drop everything and run. And just take like a bag of papers, basically. So he's like, I have some traveler supplies that we give out to different people or different groups. It has things like bags, rations, and food. I would like you to take them with you. That way you guys can sleep over there tonight if it makes you feel comfortable, and Haas and them can not die of starvation.
We brought food and stuff, correct?
You brought food, but it's not like you're moving to a planet that doesn't have any sort of accommodations. It's gonna go bad in a period of time, and these rations wouldn't.
The amount of fruit you
They
sent
are
over.
greatly appreciated.
He's like, yes. We can start that if you guys are all ready to head off. I need to get back to my office soon enough. Your father, Kilana, knows where these resources are. He can show you them.
May I hug Gerald? Can I just say goodnight to Gerald? Not
Yeah. He's like, it is great to see you again. I will talk with you early in the morning.
See you then.
See you then. And he starts walking away.
I turn to Dad. I'm like, is there a possibility if we can find a place to stay?
So
We're
he's,
staying back.
yeah,
Are we staying back at the site?
it's up to you guys. If you want to go back to the site, talk with Haas about what's going on.
Yeah, I
They
think it'd be a
offered to
good
bring.
idea.
They offered to give you guys food and sleeping equipment, so you guys can just go and be done.
Okay.
Or you can like get a tavern room, a couple of them,
I
or
think
things
I
like
want
that.
to see my childhood home.
Yeah, if you wanna take a stop by your house,
I'll
your
take a
dad
stop
would be
by my
fine.
house.
Yeah, so you guys basically start packing up. Gerald
G.
paid for everything, so that you guys didn't have to like do anything for it. And basically, you guys start to trek back. He takes you to a little like outpost area. There seems to be a couple of people who look like guards. They're all wearing a like mixed Mod Podge armor, but they all have a sort of a half cape with this blue like a blue half cape with a symbol that sort of seems a little Nordic, or I should say like kind of like a Viking symbol, sort of a spiral thing.
Skyrim belongs to the Nords.
And they're kind of just watching the outpost. They just nod at your dad, he was Percy. And he walks in, gets like a little cart, and he has probably like 12 bags, 12 sleeping bags, a couple things of rations and food, things like that. And you guys start going back. On your way up, he takes like a little detour. He's like, this shouldn't take too long, but I would like to show Kilana the home. Going back there, you see it's basically the same thing. It's very similar to what it was. There is a there is a patch of flowers on both sides of it that are like, I don't know if you would have known it, but basically it was probably your mother's favorite flowers, essentially. And they're just like the only thing growing in the garden.
I sniff them. Mom.
Yeah, you take a look around the house. It does seem a lot more dilapidated, and there's some mess around. Like a man is living there alone, sad.
Oh, Dad.
If beer cans were a thing, they'd be scattered across the floor, basically. That sort of stuff. You see that when you come in, he kind of flushes red, starts picking some of the stuff up, throwing it away. And he's like,
I don't say on. I don't say that. I'm just like,
well, no, he still does it. He's still like kind of embarrassed about it.
yeah. I was like, do you need help?
He's like, I can get it later. It's like, but yeah, this is the house, and it's the same place. There's like, you can tell there's obviously where the dining room was. He added a new table a new table that's like a butcher block table that you see a lot of fish parts at. The kitchen has a smell of fish because that seems to be like the main thing he eats. The back bedroom, your bedroom is like
The same.
exactly as you left it to a T. Like you had probably some more pink stuff in there, some like little fluffy bunnies, things like that on the bed.
Oh,
Different
like,
stuff like
a
that.
childhood toy.
If you open up the drawers, all your clothing is nice and folded, but everything is dusty. Everything seems like it's been forgotten about, lost in time. His bedroom is very similar, where it has clearly his side of the bed, what he does, and then your wife's stuff or your mom's stuff still there, just all in drawers, dusty as well, things like that. Kaylin is sad.
Imagine having dead family.
Imagine not having parents. Tex.
Copelia.
Shut up.
No, well, Capelli's a little more complicated than that.
Mirror,
Oh.
poor Mirror.
Mine aren't with us anymore.
Yeah, you're Batman.
I'm Batman.
Mine are just
Well,
back
here's
on
the
the...
Oh
question.
no, you just
Would
ruined my
having a creator
character.
count as a parent?
What?
I'm basically
I don't know, but they're not your biological parent.
Tim, you look upset.
Well, I don't have biological parents.
Exactly.
because my character's Batman now.
That's great.
Well, Batman's not as lovey-dovey to people he likes.
Yeah, fair, but still, I'm Batman now.
It was a crime.
My
yeah.
character's just back on Florida the planet. Especially with Ian following through right now. It's more relative.
What I go through my room. I look at my stuffed toy.
Which one? There's like 12. That's a personal call out.
I just look at them, and the bed's small. I'm assuming.
Yeah. It's built for like a 5-year-old.
I remember, and like I was gonna say, like my dad built the bed, and
You know the song, you know Treasure Planet when the dad's leaving? There's that song playing over all
Oh
this
my
while
God.
it's happening.
and I want a moment.
Such a good movie.
It's a great movie.
It's underrated for when it was released.
It's so
I'm
underrated.
Same thing
so
with
upset.
Same thing with Atlantis and Emperor's New Groove. That's like the trifecta of underrated 2D animated
Yes.
movies that aren't musicals.
They were transition movies, and no one
Yes.
acknowledged them.
Well, guys, I'm gonna head out. I
All
got
right.
work tomorrow.
You have a
Okay.
good night, Leah.
Bye,
Don't
Leah.
die.
Guys, love you.
Have a nice night.
Don't
Love
fall
you
into the
too.
sewer like your coworker.
What?
Don't get stuck in the
Poor
poo-poo.
Ryan.
Her coworker.
I'm missing
fell through-
context.
Her coworker. She works in construction. Her coworker
Yeah.
fell through an open manhole. Yeah.
No.
I asked Dad if I could go through Mom's stuff.
He's like, I guess, kind of confused, but like, sure.
Just, I look, I go into like a closet and look through it.
A
Look through
lobster on your wall,
boxes.
Tim?
It is. It's my crustacean poster.
Okay.
The crustacean station.
Oh my
There's
god.
there's a celestial chart there.
The star bar.
The star
Tim,
bar.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Taurus.
That's my older sibling.
Are you?
Oh god, I'm getting Zodiac up in here.
I want you to guess. Tim.
I would have guessed Taurus for you.
Aquarius.
Oh.
And
well.
What?
Elliot, don't
You're
say
a Pisces,
anything.
right?
I'm
Yeah.
a Pisces.
You guys
Oh,
know
okay.
me?
You're a Scorpio, right?
No.
You're a Scorpio.
I'm a Scorpio.
Okay.
Huzzah.
Okay.
No, wait, Autumn, you're a Gemini? No, wait.
Mm,
You got a gem in your eye?
I'm a crab.
Oh, you're a crab. You're Cancer.
oh, you're Cancer.
I'm Cancer.
Yeah, tell me
I'm
about
Cancer.
it.
I'm gonna murder you all. Over time, slowly.
That's
I'm
cool.
gonna come pinch you.
I want.
No.
Wait, Tim. I want you to guess Elliot.
Kaylin, do you know mine?
I believe so. Wait.
Mm,
Hang on. Let me
No.
look
No,
at.
well,
hang
let,
on,
let
hang
Tim
on,
guess
hang
and
on,
we'll
hang
just answer it.
Hang on. Oh no.
Definitely,
on. I know.
Grindle
Grindle Grunk.
Grindle
Grindle Grunk.
I could.
It's for people
news-
born on the leap year.
Is Elliot
Yes.
Gemini?
No.
No? Oh no. I
Ellie
don't
and
know
I
then.
were not born in the same month.
I don't know any of the winter ones, but I'm assuming winter.
Are you saying I'm a winter birthday?
I am.
Ew.
Are you
no,
not?
I was
Damn
born in
it.
the summer.
Oh,
Are you
I don't know
also
then.
a Scorpio? No, wait, that's not
No.
summertime. It's winter.
I wanted
basically.
to. I had to correct
Gemini,
myself.
Taurus,
I didn't want to mistake myself, so I looked up your birthday, Elliot. And then I
Are
was
you
like,
a
that was-
fish, Elliot?
Sagittarius?
No.
Are you a horse?
Sagittarius,
That was the one?
Sagittarius is also a winter month.
Oh,
I don't know.
what are
I don't
you
know
a woman
the
that brushes
months
her
very
hair?
well.
Elliot.
What's
Elliot.
that?
I don't know
Virgo?
which one that
Yeah,
is.
that one, Virgo.
Elliot-
Are you a
Elliot-
Virgo?
Elliot's a Virgo.
Yeah.
You're a woman that
I'm a
brushes her hair.
You're a Virgo.
I'm
You're a
We're making
virgin.
a reference, Autumn, and you fucking disappointed me.
The Haluva boss reference?
Wait,
Yeah.
Haluva.
wait, what
Haluva.
reference was that?
Haluva.
Oh,
you
what?
know what that is, right? It's
Oh,
Helluva, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be known. Caitlin did not know that, so I got a dip called
Oh
a
my
hell of a dip, and she went, "Oh, Haluva dip. That sounds good."
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
Kaylin, you could do it one day, baby. It's okay.
Haluva.
Hello. Hey, in her defense, I thought chibs were pronounced like chives were pronounced chibs. I still do it.
I am the one that calls everything by the wrong name to be funny, though. So
I am the
I
one
am
who
the one
knocks.
who knocks.
the tavern.
The tavern.
Earthquake in the tavern.
I like how Autumn, there's some in Borderlands, some enemies say I'm the one who knocks.
That's great.
But yeah, we'll go
Are
back
you
to
Walter White?
we'll go back to the
Yes.
campaign now. You guys
back to your
basically
mom now.
after your little emotional house scene, you see everything.
I'm kind of tempted to take Mom's clothes.
I mean, there's stuff in there. Your dad's just like, okay, it's there. He hasn't really thought about the clothing and things like
I asked Dad, I'm like, have you started seeing anyone else?
that. He just looks at you and goes, no.
Oh.
Is Neareth within eyeshot?
I just made it more
Is what?
sad.
Is Neareth within earshot?
Probably because these are like older homes. They weren't really designed to be secret.
Can I just like grab him on the shoulders from behind and be like, this dog? He couldn't marry a fish.
He just looks at you like, I don't think that's a saying.
Yes, it is.
It is now.
He's like, I'm the fisherman.
Mirith is basically.
Exactly.
I want Mirith to be my sister now.
There's a saying that fish in the sea, so why can't there, you know?
And you're a fisherman. You catch them for a living, and you
Exactly.
can't even marry one.
He just looks at you guys and walks away. Like
Love
children these days.
No, I'm like, I'm sorry, Dad. I just want to make sure you're happy.
He is very happy. Usually he's depressed as hell.
He's just looking at you like, do you have anywhere better to be right now?
I'm noticing your character has one glaring flaw that I love, and it's no social cues.
He just looks at you. He's like, "Don't you have somewhere to be right now?"
No,
Of course.
No.
I work tomorrow, but I'm good for tonight.
Oh my. He's like, "Well, I think we better get going. I will help you guys with the travel. I'll carry your card halfway,
Oh no.
and I'll let you guys the rest of the way go
I
off."
kind of want to stay on the planet for the rest now. I want to be with Dad.
I mean, hey, you two can travel together in the morning. I kind of want to go tell my bro what's up, though.
I can bring the party.
You want to do that?
I'm gonna
I'll
stay. I'm
guide
gonna
the
stay
party.
in the house.
The woods are dangerous.
You basically walk in, you're like, "Can I stay the night and we go up to see you in the morning?" He kind of looks like, "I don't think I have a place for you to sleep."
I can make
But-
it.
Can
into a
Neareth
room.
just like grab the dining table and just move it?
he
wouldn't
he
be
looks at
very
you. He's
comfy.
like, "Not a good place to sleep."
Oh.
He's like, "You don't have many guests over, do you?"
No.
I can tell. It was like, "Yeah, you can stay here. We just have to find a place for you to sleep. I guess we can take one of the sleeping bags out."
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right. He's like,
I might as well stay here since I haven't seen you in 15 years.
he's like, "Well, let's help your friends get up first, and then we'll walk back." And so you guys all load up your stuff, grab everything you need. He starts pulling the cart up, basically halfway up the hill, or halfway up the travel path. It's been about 1 hour, and then he bids you farewell. He's like, "We'll see you in the morning. I'll make sure Gerald's out there nice and early. We'll come up there, speak with you in Haas, and see what we can do."
I hug everyone. Good night.
Mm-hmm.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, and you guys separate ways. I'll basically have a skip. Kulana and your dad, you go home, you chit chat, eat some fish,
Drink some food.
drink some food, eat some water.
Eat some water.
Water the dog.
Walk the
Plant
plants.
the plant.
You guys then, the rest of you end up going back to the place. You see Haas and them are like already pulling out these weird, like, not really taped together, but they're magical instruments that have been very like shoddily fine-tuned to be like different sort of cable management sort of things. It looks like they're like waving it at a wall in weird patterns and stuff like that. And you walk in, Haas goes, it's good to see everyone. Where's Kulana?
She's back with her dad, who's apparently alive.
He's like, well, that's a lot of nuance. So her dad's alive. Her mother?
No.
Oh.
But tell them what they did. Tell them what she did. Tell them what she did.
Oh, how your mother died?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she died basically. You know how? So we told the story of how Kulana met us, right?
Yeah, he would definitely know that.
She did that, but bigger. It was more of an entire pirate hub.
He goes, so it runs in the family.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you guys
Can I
seem to
just
have
like
sighting out.
can I just like jump in front of Haas, be like, I have a sister.
I have a sister.
You do that. He kind of like jumps back a little bit because last time you saw him, you had an axe to his, or near you guys. So he's
Mirith,
like, oh.
Mirith is basically my sister now. Yes, probably.
Basically, so what was it? Gerard?
Gerald.
Gerald.
Gerald?
Gerald.
Gerald.
So Gerald's a scholar, and he wants to know what's up with the temple, and we kind of loosely let him in on everything because, you know, he's kind of Kulana's godfather,
It's warm.
and he wants to talk with you.
He's my uncle.
I have to say, he just goes, and he's just like an average person, or does he
Yes.
just live nearby, or what is? What?
He lives about an hour or two away.
In the village.
He's the leader of the village.
Oh, he's the leader of the village.
He's
Oh,
the leader
okay.
of the
Yeah.
village?
I've said that multiple
Yeah.
times,
I'm
right?
sorry.
I
Yeah,
think
you
so.
did.
You mentioned
You
it.
did.
My brain
Okay,
is like,
thank
go
you.
see Gerald. Go see Gerald.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and he's like, oh, that's more reasonable if he's the leader of the village nearby. Is there anything we need to know about this building or anything nearby?
There's apparently more sites that have had similar energies, but many of them have exploded.
What?
Because apparently some of them are weapons.
Varactorum looks over like,
Hey, don't look at me.
no, you're not there.
No.
I forgot you
Back to her.
existed.
Like, eh.
Yeah, Varactorum's there.
In their words, some of them would be considered asteroid killers.
He's like, he looks over, Vractorum, Fenatorath, is this thing stable? Fenatorath goes, yes, it's very much stable. They probably tried to power it with some uneven power source,
Dragon
and it
chick ring.
blew itself
What
up.
they-
Yes.
That's what they said they did. Yes.
Yeah, that was one of the issues we had I'm doing the wrong voice. Yes, that was one of the issues we had very early on, trying to make this core stable. It did end a lot of lives, but after we got it working, it did protect many more. So it was much worth it. Very worth it. Much worth? Very much worth. Very wow.
Yeah,
Much wow,
such
much
doge.
anger. Pain,
Yes,
agony.
they was I almost called him the guy from Witcher. Damn it, now I'm struggling. His name could not
Gerald?
Gerald.
Gerald.
Without the T.
Gerald.
Gerald. He has a D.
Yes, he wants to talk with you.
Well,
He's
of
like,
course
well-
he has a D.
You don't know that, Elliot.
That's true.
Hell yeah. Are we assuming
It got
things,
blown
Elliot?
off in the War of 2089.
Back in 1907.
Near just lifts off the axe.
1907.
It was
yeah.
This one.
You guys have all those carts of sleeping bags and things behind that you get food. Haas is like, yes. So far, this seems very untouched. It doesn't seem like much power has been through it. We have to repair some cable lines, but with the power crystal we manufactured on Lasarth and brought over here, we should be able to get this up and running stably within a couple days.
So Hone can't like teleport to us, can they?
If Chasoth and her guards did their job properly, that building will never be functional again.
I mean, it
Uh,
sucks to destroy ancient tech, but good.
Well,
got a
the one
boner.
thing is, okay. The one thing is, it's not, the technology is not gone. You're standing in the technology. That was a lesser hub that would be able to connect to multiple. That's why we've probably had such a hard time with some of them, because it was not meant to be the sending source. It was designed to be the receiving source and receive calls back.
Yeah, it still sucks to destroy it.
It does, but That's what even the council recommended we do to protect themselves too. So I'm not going to go against the creators of this technology on how to use
Yeah.
it.
My pee huge.
But yes, we should get some rest. We've kind of had a long day.
uh,
Emotional day. Kilana is
I am drained.
definitely dealing with some stuff.
I found
Fenatorath
out
goes,
my mom is dead.
yes, you all sleep. I will continue working.
What's Dragon doing?
We sleep.
Dragon is just like, I'm here. This is pretty cool. I haven't seen this planet before. Is that a butterfly? Awesome.
Oh, wow. Life is
I
He
love
knows-
Dragon.
just life.
He
is
knows what a
beautiful.
butterfly
What
is.
butterfly?
He probably doesn't. He's just like, what's that thing? It's pretty cool.
It's a
It's a
butterfly.
butterfly.
Whoa. It can
Alright,
fly.
It's a
this
butter
a
that
pigeon?
can fly.
Can
Yeah,
I
you
just,
guys
like,
pull out all the blankets. The structure set up and the one you're in, it has a main entrance that's like upstairs. Think it kind of, these ones kind of feel like Inca temples. How they're very temple shaped. Like these large
Temple
blocks
shape.
without out these square buildings like protruding out of it. This one, you go up a step, you step in, you break around a wall, and then like re-meet up. There's exits on all sides. You probably pop up into one of the other rooms that is empty, set down all of your like your sleeping bags and things like that. Set up a little heater or something, a little portable heater, and you all start getting ready for bed.
Can I like pull
My
out a
mic isn't
field
background.
guide
My mic isn't turned
and
on
just show
again, is it?
Dragon?
Yeah, just go through and show Dragon. You're just he's just looking at it, he's like,
Like just flipping the pages, like look at all these
Oh.
things.
cool. Why aren't they moving?
They're pictures. I drew them.
Oh. He lifts up one of his paws. How do you do that?
Can I like show him in the dirt, sort of thing?
He goes down and just starts rubbing with the whole paw. And it's like, it's not working.
Use your
Aw,
claw.
he's so
Use your claw.
He goes,
One claw.
and he's just like, it just chicken scratch.
Dragon's baby.
You'll get
I
better.
love
Dragon's baby.
Dragon's adorable.
We love Dragon.
Hunter's hunting you.
Oh,
I'll
great.
hunt him first.
You don't know who it is.
I don't care who it is. If it goes in your dragon, it dies.
That's fair. That's good lifestyle. So yeah, you guys basically spend your time getting ready for bed, resting around. You help Haas with certain things, like you guys start helping set up some different items. You set up some canopies outside to remove weather stuff. You start clearing off the crystals. You guys, whoever is inspecting the teleportation crystals, as you now know them, when you get up there, you start clearing them off. You see, because of the power that you guys have been sending through it, the crystals have like cleared themselves from vines directly touching, because the plants are like burned. They're charred
Oh.
away a little bit. So you kind of just start peeling them back, and you just reveal this crystal, peel it off. I imagine Dragon is kind of just like helping you guys by just grabbing the vines by his mouth and just like ripping them back and forth like a dog and just
That's
tearing
cute.
them off. And he's like, oh, this is gonna be such a cool home. I'm gonna protect this. I'm gonna put my treasure here. As he's
That's
doing all this,
Dragon's
We have his
baby.
treasure with him.
he has it on his neck. He has
Dragon
a
is
little.
baby.
He has
His
a
bag of holding.
bag of holding.
Oh. I love Dragon. Oh my goodness.
Dragon's baby.
Yeah, so you guys take the night off, you sleep it through, you get the place a little more comfortable, and in the morning, bright and early, Fenatorath kind of walks up, and she kind of wakes you guys up, and she's like, there's someone here to see you all, I believe. I think Kulana's with them, so I assume it's her and her father.
Hi.
Hey,
And Gerald.
Immediately, Nerf just runs out.
Yeah, you see, they're starting to approach, they're walking up. Kulana, you see a half-orc charging you.
I go to find Haas. I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah. You all go back out, and it's Kulana, her dad, and Gerald are all there, just like walking in.
I feel like Kiana's dad is along for the ride at this point, just wanting to see where this goes.
Yeah, he's just want to hang out with his daughter, basically.
Fair enough.
Oh, and of course, when I didn't know Gerald was there. When I rush up forwards again, I again plant my axe and I bow to Gerald.
Every time he does that, he just shakes his head. He's like, Gerald's like, yes. Where is Haas? You speak
I
of.
just like,
He kind of walks out of the back. He's like, hello. So you're the one sending out all those magical waves. Haas seeing a half Goliath man, 6'7", really bulky, not realizing he's a philosopher, thinking he's like he's on this rugged planet that he knows is filled with monsters. He's like, yeah, that's me. He's like, I had some questions for you. Haas just starts sweating. He's like, what do you mean? And he's like, well,
I look at Haas. He doesn't bite. Don't worry.
does he do anything else? Does he punch?
Like, Haas, this is Gerald, and Perseus, Gerald, this is Haas.
He's like, hello. Basically, you see, Gerald, like, he lets out a smile. He knows what he's doing. And he basically off of his back
Gerald
pulls
knows
out
what he's wearing.
a stack of books, and he's like, your friends were telling me about an ancient race you spoke of, and they were trapped into the aether realm. I have wanted to learn about this as much as I can. I brought some books that mention aether realm and theories about a pre-humanoid civilization. But if you know about this, I'd love to learn more. Haas is just like, you see Haas goes from, I'm about to get pummeled, to, you're a scholar, to, he knows about this, to, I guess I gotta tell him.
Where's Vrakturum and all of
Vrakturum's
this?
inside with Fenatorath still working on
Okay.
stuff, probably.
I don't know if it's a good idea to just like, hey, we have one.
Hey, we have one.
Hearted.
Oh
If
no.
she comes out on her own, she comes out.
Well, she's working in there, so if you guys go in, he'll see her. But I don't know if he'll recognize what she is the only issue, because...
Well, he'll recognize what she isn't.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't know what your race is either, probably.
Fair
This
enough.
universe is very large. So basically, yeah, you guys walk in. I think, honestly, Haas would go introduce that first to, like, kind of break things down. He's like, well, I think there's one thing we need to get straight first. He's like, come in. We'll sit down. I'll get us food. And he's like, no need. I ate before I came. I'm prepared for as much information as you have. Haas
I love how you set yourself
still
up
need to
for
eat.
that.
What?
You set yourself up for a denial of
Haas, like,
hospitality.
Is Haas fanboying right now?
No, Haas is
No.
scared that he's about to get beat up.
Yes.
That's what he's thinking is
Haas
happening.
is like a twig. Haas is not very strong.
Oh.
A twig. Got it.
I did not say twig.
Did you?
I thought you said twink, and I was like, excuse me?
I mean, Zaya would know, being his sister.
I was just like, that's a very weird way to describe your brother.
Is he like, a Haas?
Huh?
What did she?
I disconnected him. Sorry, Tim. Oh, he's loading.
So you know,
There you are.
so is he?
No. Or maybe not. Oh,
Oh,
that wasn't me that time. There you are. You okay?
On me, I hang up on you.
Come back and hang up. Calling someone back to hang up on them if they hang up first.
I do that.
You're-
I've done that before, okay?
we love you. It's okay.
So yeah, you guys basically walk in. Haas leads them to the other room. He's like, I'd like to introduce you to the people that we've really learned this from. He walks in and he goes, this is Fenatorath and Vrakturum. They are the people the scholars that know about this. You see Gerald's like looking at them, like, that's a person, that's a very tall woman, taller than me.
I'm a very tall midget.
And that's not something I see often. And that is a creature. The closest thing they look like is fish people, like merfolk. Triton merfolk, yeah. And he's like, what? He's like, I'm unaware of who these are. He's like, yeah, I would not be surprised. This is Fenatorath. She is one of the dragons. And right that he's like, that's the dragon you were talking about. And she was around when they built this technology. He kind of just like when in SpongeBob when someone turns and there's that grinding sound. There's that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just brrr. Around. And she just goes, Yes, I was one of the main lead development, one of the lead development people in this project, and then I was enslaved by Lair for thousands of years, multiple thousands of years, and he just goes like, "I am so sorry, for that, but that is extremely interesting," and she just goes, "That's how it is." And then he's like, "And who might she be?" And he goes, "This is Vractorum. Vractorum is one of the primordials that built where it was around when these structures were built." And he, again, is like one of them. They're still alive. I'm trying to focus myself.
Not really. If I'm correct, Bracterum is one of the only ones left on this plane. Maybe the only one left on this plane.
Wait, I forgot about Vectorum. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. She's very easy to forget about because she's just kind of helping.
No, she's not.
She's just there, honestly.
Yeah, well, she doesn't know what's going on. She's from a different time entirely. Like, think about someone from 1700s coming out live now. Think about a caveman being alive now.
You're not 7.
I just
Yeah.
remember she swipes at someone with a dagger. That's all I remember.
She's a good fighter.
She just like bows. She still has somewhat of an accent when she speaks, but she has her language skills down pretty down well. She basically goes, "I was found in one of the older ruins, and
She popped out of nowhere.
I was being attacked by a horde of demons, and then the next second I saw the faces of people who weren't demons, and apparently millennia has passed since." And he's like, "Well, it seems you had it not as bad as Finatorath." Are you raising your hand for a question, or are you just doing
No,
that?
I'm just playing with her.
And she's like, "Luckily, yes." Tim almost died.
No.
And they sit down. Finatorath still working on stuff, but like every now and then pipes back to them, giving answers to questions that are like super technical and things like that. But overall, they just start chatting.
Well, that's the last we're gonna see them for the rest of the day. So,
you guys kind of are just like sitting around listening to this. You realize that Gerald is not just like a philosopher looking for information of the universe. He's like a hard scholar who's been researching these topics and things like this and
How old is
technology.
Gerald?
Gerald's probably like 70. He's old.
Old
He's
man.
up there.
He's old.
You are old,
How old
man.
Perseus is?
Okay.
Are they
He's
written
about
down
50,
somewhere?
50, I think. Around the 50.
Wait,
Right,
do orcs
right.
age differently?
I don't believe so, but he's a very healthy man. You can tell by the outfit he wears and what he brings with him. He seems to be of the druid nature. If you're magically inclined, you can tell he's more of a druid in nature.
He's fancy.
So he's healthy. He's one with nature. So yeah.
I forgot how good my rolls were for this character. Oh my god. I have a
That was
plus
fun.
10 to athletics.
Nice. I have a plus 16 to deception as a brill.
Nice.
It's great. I
Wait,
love
not
lying.
nice.
Is there anything you guys would like to do in the meantime?
Your mom.
I would like to look at Hulana and go, I must bring you on a hunt.
Uh-huh.
oh, what?
It has been so long since you've been here. And then I'm gonna name drop one of the gods. Balinor must be begging for you to hunt.
I looked to so I'm hearing I kind of looked to Haas. I'm like, he took us to Viking land.
Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Oh wait.
Wait. I'm like, okay. I'm excited. Like,
And
I'm like,
again,
okay.
I grab
Like,
the field
I'm
guide.
Really excited.
Boom.
Again, I just pull out this field guide. I slam it down.
Wait, is Mira just technically a shield maiden?
Pretty much.
Wait, you have a field guide of all the creatures?
Yes.
You have Zio's attention.
I pull it out and I just slam it down. I've shown
like,
Dragon already.
Ooh.
And I start sliding through. What one do you want to hunt?
Bird.
It's like, what about that
Bird?
big bird that we saw
The
yesterday?
rock.
You want to kill a rock?
So, Tim, as your character, you know that hunting the rock is thing people attempt. It's not like banned or against anything. You just
It
know
is
the Rock
difficult,
kills
though.
a lot more people than people kill the Rock.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
Yes. You know there is some like rites of passage that if you can kill the Rock, like supposedly you can become the boon or the bane of one of the gods and things like that.
Valinor.
Yeah. And there's stuff like that, but it's a challenge to kill a Rock. I mean, they're just so hard.
Spells do I have?
I'm gonna see myself out. I'm gonna kick myself.
Get him out of the call.
Get him out!
Get him out of here.
I didn't hear what he said.
It's
I called the
It's
Rock
hard.
because it's a rock.
Oh yeah.
Dwayne
The Rock.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I think that's gonna be a good place to end it. Me and Kaylin have to get ready to head out to get her home. It was a very fun episode. You guys learned a lot,
I almost
and there's more
sorta
to
made my ride.
come.
Once again, just here.
Everyone was just here except for Kielana and Tim's character.
I'm gonna Big B's hand that rock out of the sky.
My shining moment of tonight was at the beginning.
Yes.
yeah.
Just scaring someone.
Boo. Axe.
All right,
What
but
the
I'm
hell
gonna head
are you
out.
doing here?
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to follow. Watching in the future, like to Mission Live, go to kingdomup.com/socials. You can find everywhere I am. For now, I'm the stream here. I am gonna be streaming again tomorrow night, I think. So catch me then.
Stream
Bye.